Right, so you see the corner of that far, and the far picture on the left, the corner of the island? That's exactly where we're going. That's the spot. Let's do this. Hello, hello, hello. So you join me here for the first ever session at our new syndicate. And when I took on this water, I'd heard a few things about it. I'd heard that it's a small, tricky lake. There were so many features to go at, it's unreal. And my word, all I can say is I've come down here and it's such a beautiful place. The other being that nice looking common. There are some lovely looking commons in here. They've got some really nice Norfolk strain carp. What can I say? I've loved my session. I've learnt a lot about it. I've seen the fish that I'd originally seen on the website and stuff like that. I've seen the fish in front of my face. Been chasing them around for the last couple of days. And I've managed to catch one of them. Not the biggest fish in the lake, but it was a lovely common. I'll put that footage up just now. Hello, 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 all you OG Carp Mania followers and all you lovely, beautiful people and all you fellow anglers. Here at OG, we never give up. I've been stalking them all morning. They're so spooky here. It's the first session at our new syndicate. We've managed one, not the biggest one by far in the lake, but still a very nice looking fish. So without further ado, I'll give you a show. Remember, it's all about perseverance, dedication, effort equals results. Go there, mate. Let's have a little look at you. Look at that, eh? A lovely Norfolk common. What a beautiful fish, eh? No. Little dumpy one. I think they're getting ready to spawn at the minute as well, so I'm not going to have them out too long. It's quite warm. We're currently just at the start of June, you see. It's quite warm at the moment, so first one of the syndicate. Yes, get in there. Met plenty more to come. Let's get you back and try and get some of your bigger chums. Yeah, so you saw the footage of that lovely common, and yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed this session. The common that I just had, I'd seen the fish in a collection. Obviously, we know that it's the start of June, so in about 2 or 3 weeks. About 3 weeks they'll start spawning. At that point, obviously, you know, if you've seen any of my other blogs, I do stop fishing whilst they're spawning. I like to give them at least 3 weeks to a month to get through the spawning phase. A lot of the time it's just afterwards and they're quite skinny and stuff like that. But there you go, we're fishing in nature. You've got to care about the nature. It's not all about us humans on this planet, is it, you know? So yeah, I've really enjoyed my time here. I've learnt a lot. I'm going to take a lot back from it. Surprisingly, there wasn't any actually full runs or anything like that in the night. From what I've learned about the lake is there's a lot of naturals in here, and obviously we're just after spring going into summer. So they've got clam shells in here. I looked down the bank side and they had tadpoles. They've got so much weed, Canadian weed and stuff like that in here. The true facts of it is the fish don't need to feed. So they don't need to feed on boilies. They don't necessarily want to take a boilie or even a pop-up or anything of that sort that you're going to put in front of them. So for that reason, I do think natural baits will work very well in here, like the bunch of worms on your hair rig, or you know, popped up and stuff, and maybe luncheon meat. You know, chili luncheon meat might work well in here. I think, you know, they're used to eating more natural stuff. It's quite an underfished water as well, so they're very spooky. And it's not a young water neither, so they've seen just about every rig. But yeah, it's been a fantastic session. So rounding that off, we had a tench that wasn't a target species, but literally, what a tench. I mean, I've had one really big tench in the past, and I think this was a scrape of it, maybe very similar size, but maybe a scrape of it. My biggest tench is 9.5. This tench was at least I reckon if I weighed it, it'd be at least 8 pounds. And for a match fisherman or someone like that, that'd be a fish of their life, you know. When I was float fishing and when I was feeder fishing, when I first started fishing, that was a fish of my lifetime. When I first started fishing, it wasn't until about 10 years old that I actually first caught a carp. I grew up fishing the Grand Union canals. There was very few in there. Very soon the fish started to get eaten from there. Decimated a lot of the big fish. And yeah, there wasn't any carp. The carp was scarce. And the only fishery I had to get to, which I didn't learn about till a bit older in my stages, was Hampstead Heath Park Lakes. So I did some great fishing over there. That taught me basically what I know on big man-made park lakes with carp in there. Probably in some lakes only had were like Yateley, they only had maybe 6 or 12 carp in there, and they were all like 30 pound up sort of thing. But a lot of the lakes in there say they'd have maybe 50 fish in about 20-30 acres of water. So yeah, I caught a lot of good fish. I did well on the Vale, and it taught me what I know. I carried that forward. I never stopped fishing, and once I came out of London, it was like a mecca. I literally found all the little spots, all the little places. But yeah, that was a lovely tench. I'll put the tench footage up now. Hello, all you OG Carp Mania followers. We've not got a carp. It's not a target species, but my word, about 8-9 pound maybe. About 9 pound, 8-9 pound tench, absolutely lovely. You join us at the first session on the new Syndicate water, and we've not had a carp yet because they've been playing silly beggars. I think they're getting ready to breed. But we have had a tench. I reckon it's about 8, maybe 9 pound in weight. Now that is a fine tench, if ever I've seen one. What a beautiful fish. If I weighed him now, he'd go at 7 minimum, maybe 8. What a beautiful, lovely fish. So yeah, you just saw the footage of that tench. I'm going to round it up. It's been a fantastic session. I'll give you a little look round where we are for the moment, and we're going to leave it there. Matthew Allen, checking in for OG Carp Mania. You can't do it from the sofa. We're here to stay.